What are the best RC cars released this year? 2022 saw a lot of RC action, with cars released to be more realistic, or faster, or perhaps just bigger. So with the year coming to an end, let's count down our list of our favorite 10 and see what are the best ready-to-run RC cars of 2022. Number 10. Now starting the list off is the most affordable RC car in this list, and it's also the smallest. It's the 1/16th scale reproduction of the legendary Jrx2 race buggy from Losi. Now this buggy may be smaller than the original 1/10th scale race buggy, but it's sized perfectly for patio and garage size battles, or even inside if you have the space for a mini racetrack. Upgrades are also available, like a faster brushless motor setup if you've got the skills to handle it. Either way, this two-wheel drive rear motor chassis shines the brightest in low traction conditions, like dusty lots and dirty fields, anywhere you need the rear end of the chassis to stay planted. For higher traction conditions, the similar sized Mini B and its mid-motor chassis may be a better option to handle that extra grip, but at the sacrifice of that vintage feel and looks. Both buggies come ready to run, and both include everything you need, including the battery, starting at about $160. Number 9. When it comes to scale replica trucks, the officially licensed Ford series from Sen has been knocking it out of the park. First with the Ford F450 dually that stormed through last year, and now for 2022, we have the officially licensed Ford F250 SCX6 custom truck, and it's stuffed with all sorts of goodies. First, the F250 has updated tires, wheels, and body color options over the previous dually. This truck also features a higher lifted stance with a new scale link suspension to make it possible. The F250 also features LED lighting under each wheel well, and with selectable colors using a button on the transmitter, or you can turn it off completely. The truck also features proper injected molded front and rear bumpers with toe shackles for recovery and hitch support if you want to attach the Sen hitch, which is sold separately. You can find the Sen F250 SCX6 ready to run in 2 different body colors for about $470, and it requires a battery. Number 8. The next car on our list is no stranger to the limelight because it's one of the highest value 4-wheel drive on-road cars you can buy, matched with scale realistic collector bodies, and for 2022, they're now brushless. This is the VE version of the Phaser MK2, sporting the 1970 Dodge Charger supercharged body that has working headlight covers if you optionally hook them up. You can also get the VE brushless version with the beautiful 1969 Camaro Z28 body. And of course, they're all ready to run and can be had for about $350. Even less expensive than that is the brushed version of these sporty cars. And there have been some new releases this year, including the 67 Pontiac GTO, the 69 Chevy El Camino, the Nissan Skyline GTR, the Subaru Impreza, and the Slam Toyota Tundra truck. The brushed versions of the MK2 are also ready to run and upgradable, and cost about $100 less than the VE versions for about $250, and they do require a battery. Number 7. Usually the more realistic a car looks, the less it was designed to perform well, but there's always exceptions, like the Losi LMT King Sling mega truck, and my oh my, what a truck it is. Now this mega truck variant is based off of the LMT monster truck chassis, and it uses a smaller spec tractor tires to get that mega truck name. Some features include the powder-coated vertical chassis plates, the link suspension with solid axles, the officially licensed body styling, long travel shocks, and a 1/8 scale spec drivetrain parts because it is 4S LiPo compatible. Power delivery on 4S is pretty ridiculous too, ready to pop wheelies or even flips on command. The truck does sit a little high, so you'll be put to the test getting around the turns fast, but that's monster truck life. For crushing cars or slinging mud, the King Sling is ready to send it. And if you're feeling a little competitive, the King Sling is a worthy competitor at the next monster truck event. You can find the officially licensed King Sling or the Bog Hog ready to run for about $650, and they do require a battery. Number 6. When it comes to all-out extreme bashing, the car in our number 6 spot was built for it. This is the all-new 1/8 scale Traxxas Sledge. Now this monster truggy style chassis was released earlier this year, and it's very performance oriented, made to be wide, long, and low, designed to hug the ground and keep the tires connected at all times, even when high-speed cornering. The Sledge is of course 6S LiPo powered, and it uses a larger and thicker transmission gears to handle it, along with a host of beefy aluminum parts, like an aluminum chassis, triangulated chassis bracing, thick shock towers, and more. The Sledge also uses the new locking battery boxes for quick in and out access. It has a new aluminum motor cradle system. It has the updated clipless body fastening, and it comes including the new and more aggressive Sledgehammer tires. The Sledge is one serious surface basher, rated to hit 70 miles an hour with optional gearing, rated to fling dirt, pop wheelies, and do flips. You can find the Traxxas Sledge ready to run for about $800, and it does require batteries. Number 5. It's not the smallest and it's not the biggest, but it fits somewhere right in the middle. This is the long-awaited Kraton 4S BLX V2. Now the V2 trucks were released just a few months ago, and that includes the Kraton and the Outcast 4x4 trucks in a 1/10/1/8 scale size. Of the two, the Outcast is shorter, but both trucks have seen a ton of updates since their original release, like that they're now bigger than the original trucks, featuring larger footprints from a longer chassis, wider suspension arms, and longer shocks. Both trucks are really stable in the terrain, but the shorter chassis on the Outcast produces wheelies and flips a bit more aggressively, giving truth to its name as the ultimate stunt truck. Both trucks now also feature new electronics, coming equipped with the Spectrum smart components right out of the box. Of course, they're also ready to run, only requiring a battery, and they can be had for about $470. Number 4. For our number 4 spot is another truck that received a healthy dose of updates from the original. This is the Traxxas Max Wide Max. Now the original Max had a good run starting in 2019, but for 2022, the new and improved Max Wide Max features a bunch of updates to make this 1/10 scale truck even more aggressive. Now for starters, the chassis is longer than the original, stretching out the reach front to back, but the truck also includes the optional Wide Max kit from the factory to stretch out the reach side to side. Overall, the truck's footprint on the surface has increased, bumping up stability and making the Max Wide Max one of the best mid-sized monster bashers you can buy in that 4S LiPo range. The Max Wide Max also comes equipped with the new Traxxas Sledgehammer tires, the updated battery box, clipless body fastening, and a 60-mile-an-hour speed rating. You can find the Max Wide Max ready to run in several different body colors for about $570, and it does require a battery. Number 3. In one of the biggest releases of the year, the 1/6 scale SCX6 Trail Honcho is our number 3 car, and for good reason. It's 1/6 scale, it looks realistic, and it functions as a real rock crawler, despite being 25 pounds and over 33 inches long. But perhaps that extra size and weight helps on the rocks, because the SCX6 comes with proper solid axles with lock differentials, a 3-link front suspension and 4-link rear, and a metal gear transmission with 2-speed option. Even the tires are supersized, featuring officially licensed BF Goodrich KM3 tires mounted on black Rhino wheels, and they're huge at 7 inches tall. Now for you Jeep fans, the officially licensed Jeep JLU Wrangler SCX6 is also available, and in 2 different body colors, and of course it features that excellent scale realism with the bonus of LED headlights and taillights. All versions of the massive SCX6 come ready to run, requiring a battery, and cost about $1,100. Number 2. It may not be 1/6 scale, but the next car in our list is no slouch. It's the aggressive 6S basher named the Fireteam. Of all the 6S BLX vehicles from Arrma, none have the size and footprint of the Fireteam. Now the Fireteam is made by using that stretched chassis from the Mojave, and then that's matched with extra wide suspension arms from the Kraton. The result is brute-like power delivery and forward drive to get in and back out with purpose and control. So when you squeeze the trigger, the dirt just flings. There may be fewer wheelies from a platform like this, but when you have a mission to complete, you need to stay on your toes. That's the idea of having a fast attack vehicle, and that's the idea behind the Fireteam. It's powerful, stable, and ready for hard-hitting aggressive driving. As a bonus feature, the Fireteam comes equipped with a handbrake to lock up and slide the rear end whenever you want, and it's controlled with a button on the transmitter. You can find the Fireteam in 2 different color schemes, both ready to run for about $670, and it requires a battery. Number 1. The RC world has seen a lot of new releases for 2022, and out of all of them, the newly released Traxxas XRT takes the cake as the biggest and fastest RC basher released this year, being capable of 60 miles an hour while being a 20-pound RC car. As many of you know, the XRT is based off of the X-Max platform and it shares its rough dimensions, but the XRT sits lower to the ground and it comes equipped with the Wide Max spec suspension parts from the factory. This puts the XRT more in line as a monster truggy than a high-sitting monster truck, and the high-speed cornering performance proves it. This makes the XRT not only a great basher, but if you have the track space, it's ready to run some laps. The XRT also comes with the latest batch of Traxxas refinements, like the updated battery boxes and the clipless body fastening system, which never failed on us when we used it. Overall, the XRT offers that high-end, large-scale RC experience with proper dirt spraying performance to match. You can find the XRT ready to run in several different body color options for about $1,000, and batteries are required. Well, what do you think, guys? What was your favorite car release this year? For more info on the cars in this video, go check out our links we put down below. And if you want more RC videos, check these out.